Welcome back. We're already having a fantastic time, and we haven't even officially started this next conversation. It's such a pleasure to meet people that you would never expect to meet in your daily life on this program, and we're having a great time already this morning. Next up, a very special guest. I've gotten some lessons in crown versus tiara already, so my pageant IQ is hopefully increasing. I'm so pleased to introduce to you Miss Wheelchair USA, Madeline Elizabeth Delp. Good morning.
Good morning. What an introduction. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Well, it's an awesome crown, right?
Well, I'm pretty proud of it. Even though through this tour I've been on, it's taken quite a beating so
I bet.
far.
Sure.
It actually broke off a couple pieces when I went base jumping a couple days ago. So hopefully you can't see that part, but.
Well, if you were base jumping with your crown on, then that's just clout level 100, right?
You just, yeah, I had to, right? Like,
sure.
Can't go base jumping and not wear a crown.
Well, that's what bobby pins are for.
Exactly.
I mean, I would know, right?
Yeah, and a staple gun.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I didn't see the date. How long have you been on your tour as the reigning Miss Wheelchair USA?
So I won the competition last July, and I've been traveling for most of the year, but have been on the Live Boundless tour for a couple weeks now, and we are going to be on the road for a whole other month. So
wow.
We've come from Asheville, North Carolina, where I'm from. And
oh, no kidding.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
I love it.
So I've almost made it all the way across the country at this point, and we're so excited to stop here in Park City. It is beautiful.
It's a different kind of place, huh?
Yeah, it's so gorgeous, and the mountains are beautiful.
Of course, you guys have some mountains back in the Carolinas.
We definitely do. I was surprised though. These are a little different than our mountains and the elevations.
It's true. It is a little bit different.
A little more, yeah.
No doubt. Well, we like to camp just as much as folks in the South do.
Yeah.
So. Tell us about this process, this experience of being involved in a pageant.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have the personality and all of the characteristics that any pageant is looking for to represent your cause well. But it's a lot of work, huh?
It definitely is, and I think one of the things that people don't always know about pageantry is just how much you have to put into becoming a self-advocate, becoming a better speaker, a networker, your own businesswoman essentially. And so it's taught me so many skills just in life, and that's really why I entered pageantry to begin with, is because I wanted to find an outlet for philanthropy, for speaking, for getting involved in the community. And it really has launched me to a national platform now, and I've gotten to meet so many incredible people and work with organizations like the National Ability Center here in Park City, and just connect with so many unique individuals who are going through a lot of different things and different processes in life, but get to talk to them and work with them in different ways. So it's just been truly an incredible ride, and I've enjoyed it greatly. So if anybody's like interested in pageantry, it's not just the crown and the dresses. It really, you have to push yourself to a whole other level.
And had you been involved before this particular time? I know that in a lot of cases, a pageant entrants may go to a particular pageant a couple of times before they win the big prize.
So I actually had competed for about a year before I won the North Carolina title, and then competed in another pageant and won again for North Carolina. So got to go on to the USA, which was quite the treat. But
and a huge win. It's really cool.
It definitely has been a big blessing in my life. So
good for you.
Thank you.
It occurs to me that I think you would know better than I. I think we're better at incorporating and acknowledging people of all different kinds in our world and our society, whether it be in North Carolina or here in Utah. That being said, I'm sure that there are experiences that you've had in an everyday life that are not the kinds that we would talk about on a talk show here.
Yeah.
That being said, now you're in a position where your life experience is exactly what makes you the perfect ambassador for this subject. Talk about what it's like to be a public figure now and to represent those of our brothers and sisters who, like you, use a wheelchair.
You know, you nailed it. There are so many different people who have just vast and various experiences, and when you're an ambassador, when you're a figurehead for the disability category, sometimes it can be difficult because you're representing so many people of so many life experiences. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to really find that level of empathy and understanding, and you have to, and that carries out to so many other people, right? Because I like to say that we all have a disability of some sort. Mine is really obvious, but yours might not be so obvious, because it might be something nobody knows about that you're struggling with that literally disables you.
What a great point.
So, you know, it's finding that point that while you may not necessarily understand the day-to-day challenges of using a wheelchair or having a disability, like, we can connect on that base level of our humanity, of like knowing what it's like to face challenges and having to overcome them. So the way that I've best approached that is to kind of take an all-inclusive approach of, you know, to live boundless. That's my tagline or motto, you could say, to overcome your bounds, to push yourself in new ways, to find how you can really take control of your mindset and take ownership for your own life, and to use that to really propel you to have experiences, to overcome your fears and do things that you never thought were possible.
Hashtag base jumping.
Hashtag base jumping.
With the crown. I'd like to base jump, but my tiara is in the shop for repairs.
I know. What
So
are you gonna do?
So what's up next for you?
So we're actually headed to California after this, and going to Channel Islands, which I'm so excited about. So we're gonna do an adaptive program there for kayaking and snorkeling, and just show off all the different, that's part of our tour. We're showing off all of the different adaptive experiences and adventures and sports that people can do, you know, no matter what their physical situation may be. So we're doing a whole series on it, and if you want to follow, it's the Live Boundless Tour on YouTube. And so yeah, we're super excited for this next one coming up in Channel Islands.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Just interacting with the water and being there, being out there.
Exploring, and you know, to get away from the chair. I think it's fun to do experiences that where you leave the chair behind, because you just feel so free and like can kind of get out of that for just a second, you know?
Well, if you run into our pal Elena Nichols, who is an adaptive athlete who visits us from time to time here, she's taken up surfing, and after her basketball, no kidding, basketball and skiing Olympic medals, she's taken up surfing. So maybe you'll run into her in your kayak.
I would love to meet her, especially because I just started surfing this past year, and
it's rad.
Incredible, yeah.
Good for you. Madeline, so great to meet you.
Oh, nice to
Thank
meet
you
you
for
as
coming.
well.
You're so great at this. Keep it up,
you.
and I hope that we'll have a chance to visit again soon.
Oh, I will definitely be back after seeing it. Thank you
so much. Madeline Elizabeth Delp, Miss Wheelchair USA, inspiring people all around us. Always just great to hang. We're going to take a quick break. This show is continuing onward. We got to look in on that mac and cheese with our pal Al right after this.